Here's the question that started it all. What if you could jump into one of the most exciting revolutions in history without a PhD, a Silicon Valley badge, or even knowing what Bayesian probability means? That's the author's story in chapter 14. Spoiler, it turns out you don't need to be a genius coder to matter in AI. In fact, the field desperately needs people who think differently, people like you. Let's dive in. From curiosity to career, it all started with what if. The author's journey didn't start with a lab coat or a computer science diploma. It started with curiosity. The first time they heard the term AI, it sounded like something straight out of Star Trek. But instead of shrugging it off, they asked a dangerous question. What if I could build something smarter? Fast forward a year, and AI wasn't just a hobby. It became the center of their career, creativity, and daily grind. That single spark reshaped how they thought about work, technology, and possibility. Learning by doing, YouTube greater than textbooks. Forget professors in tweed jackets. The author's teachers were Discord servers, Twitter threads, and YouTube tutorials at 2 a.m. With no programming background, they jumped straight into tools like ChatGPT, Colab, and Midjourney. Every new update felt like Christmas morning, except instead of toys, they got new ways to break and sometimes fix AI models. They weren't just using tools, they were trying to understand how the tools thought. It was about curiosity, trial, error, and the occasional keyboard smash meltdown. Building in public. Most people wait until they're ready to show their work. The author, they threw half-finished, buggy, awkward projects straight into the internet. And guess what? People didn't laugh. They leaned in. Followers appeared. Advice rolled in. Encouragement turned into accountability. Sharing mistakes not only made them relatable, it made them trustworthy. Lesson: nobody connects to perfection, but everyone connects to progress. Imposter syndrome. Do I even belong here? At some point, every beginner thinks, I'm just faking it. Everyone else is smarter. The author was no exception. Surrounded by confident coders and data scientists, they often felt like a tourist in a foreign country. But then came the realization, AI doesn't just need coders. It needs storytellers, ethicists, teachers, designers, and dreamers. That shift in perspective turned self-doubt into self-worth. From tinkering to purpose, experimentation slowly turned into something bigger. The author stopped tinkering for fun and started teaching, writing guides, creating workflows, and collaborating with brands. What started as a side project grew into purpose. AI wasn't just a toy anymore. It was a way to help others. That sense of meaning kept them going through the tough nights and long hours. Advice for beginners: you don't have to wait until you know enough. Nobody knows enough. The best way to learn is to build something, share it, reflect, and then repeat the cycle. Waiting is a trap. The playground is open, hop in. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, this is your sign to take the leap. The worst thing that happens, you learn. A note to the reader. Yes, you. Whether you're a student in a packed classroom, a mother coding after bedtime, or someone who still thinks AI is for other people, this is your sign. You belong. The field doesn't just want you in it, it needs you in it. Every fresh perspective is a missing puzzle piece the AI world has been searching for. I wasn't supposed to be here. At their first international AI conference, the author felt like an outsider. Secondhand shoes, misspelled badge, famous names flying over their head like dodgeballs. They almost walked out, but instead, they stayed. They asked a question. People listened, not because they were the loudest or smartest, but because they brought a perspective no one else had. That day proved that belonging isn't about looking the part. It's about having the courage to speak from your truth. What you bring to AI is priceless. Here's the stuff no algorithm can learn: lived experience, cultural intelligence, empathy, resourcefulness, and vision. Whether you're an immigrant, a caregiver, an artist, or a rural youth, those experiences are gold. They might be the missing ingredient AI desperately needs in 2025 and beyond. The world doesn't just need more machines, it needs more humanity, and that's something only you can bring. The secret about AI experts. Here's a little industry secret. Nobody knows it all. The field is too vast. Too many models, too many ethics debates, and too many use cases. The real experts aren't the ones with PhDs. They're the curious, the collaborative, and there's the persistent. Translation? You don't need to be ready, you just need to begin. 5 doors into AI. Choose your adventure. Not everyone has to take the same path. The author lists 5 entry points into AI. Some are self-taught builders, tinkering with chatbots. Some are research-driven learners, hungry for theory. Others are activist ethicists fighting bias and injustice. Artists dive into remix culture. And community healers, teachers, nurses, and caregivers use AI to make human work better, not disappear. 7 questions before you build anything. Before launching an AI project, pause. Ask, who is this for? Who does it exclude? What data is missing? What assumptions are baked in? What's the worst way it could be misused? And who gains or loses if it succeeds? Asking these 7 questions up front saves months of wasted work and prevents harm. Lessons learned the hard way. You don't need to code to make an impact. Critical thinking, ethics, and storytelling are equally vital. Your identity is a superpower, not something to hide. Gatekeepers will exist in academia, in tech, and in conferences, but you can step around them. Build your own networks, share online, and contribute to open projects. Keep one foot in your community. Stay rooted, stay real, and let that guide your journey. Chapter 14 leaves us with a simple truth. AI is not a private club. It's a playground, a workshop, and a movement. What matters isn't your degree or your coding skills, but your curiosity, your story, and your vision for what the future should look like. So the real question is, what's stopping you from starting? Loved what you learned today? Let's take it to the next level. Get your own copy of AI Unlocked: How to Harness Machines Without Losing Your Humanity, now available on Amazon. It's your personal guide to mastering AI without losing touch with what makes us human. Ready to go deeper? Join the AI Unlocked online course, packed with step-by-step video lessons, hands-on strategies, and real-world case studies to future-proof your skills. Whether you're just getting started or scaling your career, this course turns curiosity into confidence. Bonus, subscribe now and unlock early bird discounts, exclusive AI guides and cheat sheets, behind-the-scenes content, and community support. Click the link in the pinned comment to get your copy of AI Unlocked on Amazon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a breakthrough. Together, let's unlock the future. One video, one idea at a time.